Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go at the link. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Rolling into enemy territory. He's still going at the 30. Racing down the left side. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. He hangs nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. There on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he has near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he drives this across midfield and down in... enemy territory. From around 6, that's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Outright, and Ingram makes the ground. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Nix from the gun. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the red zone on 1st. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they'll get there and finish him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. It's a 3rd down give to Harvey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an eagle hurting pretty good out there. And they're going to head out to look at him. They apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Going for it with Harvey. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, they had a chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That's good for a gain of 5. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Has him on the quick hitter. They stop him at the 39. No 1st yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or what big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A timeout now as medical staff runs out to deal with an injured player, and that's A.J. Brown, the man in question. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. It's Hurts once again. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 32. Play action. Hurts has it.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's cut it in shorter.
He's looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now they face 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. And again, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 on that one. That'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Cut near the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Barkley will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Leads to
There's
second.
another for it. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pull out in front further, 13-zip. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the second time around.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Nix now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life. And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll throw, third and long. He's got Sutton complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. First and 10 now from the 46. They'll throw again. Nix. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat, throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Next to throw again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles have it as he reports the first interception of his young career.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. To the air on 3rd and long. Now he's hit, fumbles. But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Bronk, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
This is why those kickers are down there before the game trying those kicks in midfield. Kind of like Hooper shooting that half-court shot before half, because they believe, kickers do, that they're going to get an opportunity to be a difference maker. With that long kick, he certainly was.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. That's completed right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap.
Play is gonna hurt.
So much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot.
Oh, the football's loose. And the Eagles get to it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
In this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate. It turns into a nice game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st down throwing from Hurts. Finds the in route complete. He is down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now he takes it. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the red zone now. Brought in close to the 8. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 24-point ball game. set for the kickoff. And nope, not a chance in this one. Knee down for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On third down, here's Nix. He has the first over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stretch. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Got for big yards on the right side. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Once more, it's Nix. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Completed over the middle. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to get your job done.
And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
Broncos 8.
All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
He gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So we're through 3 here. The Eagles have the football, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. We've set it down from 37. Going to the ground again on first. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Great. Set.
Hurts now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Zone read give here to Barkley. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And a yard.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Great. Set.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's caught. He's got Brown. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain to find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Great. Set.
And it's a chance for a run here. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's got the squiver. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Ingram's got another one. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
2nd and very short, looking to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again. Nix. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Over set.
to throw again. That one finds his man, Ingram. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Broncos trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Nick's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. It's a Bo Nix touchdown.
Okay, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains, the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. He just put on a show.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work.
Put the body on the line for his team.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that. Going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the pistol, Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They got 21 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. We've set it down from 37.
First and 10 at the 37.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Barkley again here on 2nd. He's still going at the 30. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It's a gain of
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.